Poor Kira keeps getting beat up in GD Kid 101's newest journal, the Kira Journal. All she wants to do is be a happy little pirate, but all of a sudden this random person called Copier comes along and starts copying all of her friends, making these massive battles, these terrible situations, and all the while Kira just keeps getting beat up. Make sure you stick around at the end of the video so you can see the final battle. One morning down by the shore, I was with my other lady friends Helga and Lizzie. Bjorn was trespassing our personal space, and despite my efforts to take him to beat it, he didn't budge. All the other boys are having fun by one of the ships, playing with their own little pirate game, with Phantom as the captain. Our little relaxation was interrupted, however, as some Vikings came over, and they didn't look very nice. Over here, you've got Kira and the other ladies in the water being interrupted by Bjorn, who's being very, very rude right now. Then over here, you have the Vikings coming to interrupt the party. And here we have the other people playing pirate as if it's like some little game or something like that. This doesn't seem to be a very happy beginning to Kira's journal as Larry's potions completely destroy whatever that catapult was. The friendly fire is absolutely awkward. Crow the Knight is in, destroying all these Vikings. A couple of ice archers in the back, and they're now being pursued by the Night Crow, the Night Squire Chromie. And then you got Helga. Is Helga even gonna get close enough for a headbutt? No! The snake from Sarge and the balloon arrow did more than enough damage before even Helga could get involved. Whoever that Viking was, he ran over to Larry and struck him down and fled without saying a word. Larry suddenly began shaking, and he started multiplying. Soon enough, there were 3 potion men staring at us, and our Larry came over to us. I could sense bad blood from them, so I attacked. With the others, what is going on? Why are there multiple Larrys? How did they get duplicated? Actually, there's 3 of them, so triplicated? Maybe it is the power of that one Viking who was able to like duplicate people. I mean, we have pretty much everyone here. Sarge and Chromie and Crow and Benny and Roger. Ha! I remembered. Roger's brother, whose name escapes me. You've got General Phantom and Larry, and then you've got the other brother whose name escapes me. Same with the Executioner. Can't quite remember him. Bjorn and Catapult and Kira, Lizzie, and Helga. And they're now going to be attacking 3 Larrys, but the Larrys were quickly, and I mean quickly, dispatched. So what's the point of replicating Larry? I was no landlubber, even at this old in my times. During the rough sail, we traveled far from the other Larrys and landed near an open field. Peeking around the corner, there were some small boats, as if those fools would stop me. I went back into the ship to search for me and my red flag, and I found it. I scrambled back outside and waved the lovely thing, telling my friends to give no quarter. Even though their minds had no clue when I was blabbering, we went into battle. So here are the friends of Kira. They're all here, right? Kira's got her flag and she's rocking it. All the friends are here. And now we're facing even more Vikings. So where is this guy that did the duplication? Why is he duplicating? Who's behind all of this? My money's on Vulcan, because it's like, you know, always Vulcan. It's always Vulcan's fault. He's the bad guy here in the totally accurate Battle Simulator universe, as Kira the Pirate Queen goes in and melees down every single one of these Vikings as a Viking falls from the... Oh, balloon arrows! Like, why do the Vikings go from the sky? And now Kira going with the slow motion jump to dodge the explosions, as every single Viking is taken care of thanks to the hero of this story, Kira, the Pirate Queen. Deeper inside the new area, there was a city waiting for someone's arrival. Everyone else waiting for that one Viking, while I was desperate for any treasure lying around. Anyways, the Vikings showed up and brought a ton of potion men with him, and Crow instantly wiped them all out, leaving Copier standing alone. Copier, is that this Viking brawler? Is he making copies of Larry? Look at all the Larry copies. It's just like a battlefield flooded with blue Larry lookalikes, including midget Larry with long legs. How's it going? So now I get to use my god powers according to the story to wipe out the Larrys in the back and to leave Copier alive. To do that, we're going to use bullets, because the bullets can travel through Copier and travel through all of these Larrys without hitting Copier. So this should work, even though there's a boatload of lag. There's a lot of bullets there. 3, 2, 1. Maximum slow-mo activated. Copier was left unharmed as the bullets make their way through every Larry. Some of the Larrys are being thrown back exceptionally quickly to the point where their bodies are contorting. Look at that Larry. What happened to his torso? It's split like 3 times and like twisted. Let's do regular slow-mo. Make it go a little bit faster as the bullets pierce penetrate and travel, and yet some of the Larrys didn't get shot. Are you kidding me? I shot about a million, billion, gazillion bullets, and you didn't die. So I'm just gonna give all these Larrys another taste of Glock lead, and we'll move on from there. Bullets are fired, Larrys are destroyed. Lag still ensues because of the amount of bullets I shot, and it seems like a couple potions were thrown, but Copier was struck down by, again, the Pirate Queen Kira. Copier disappeared before we could lay our hands on him, and our next plan was to sail over to Hugo in hopes he has some knowledge. After setting sail and arriving in the vast icy lands, I insisted that my friends stay back, but Crow decided I needed some company, as if I needed any aid. I am a very brave woman, out on the seas often, and I don't need any help. Either way, the two of us walked deeper until we found our friend Hugo. The big monster he is spoke up, asking if he needed anything, and I told him we did. I then started talking, telling Hugo about the strange Viking, and that he was making multiple Larrys, and the brute stopped me in my tracks. Hugo knew the guy, saying he was known as Killer Copier. What a garbage name. Though with this news, before Crow and I could head back to my ship, Copier spawned behind Crow and produced more Larrys, as if his victory was a thing. Now, I may be a sturdy woman, but those things he likes to scramble together at our enemies, I want them. Don't call me greedy. Do you want bombs in your face? That's what I thought. So Kira is ready to fight. Crow is ready to fight. Hugo is ready to fight. Do I need to step in? There's Copier in the back. I don't think so. You know, that is quite a lot of potions. Oh, this is a big problem. My team is not going to be able to pull this off. I think it's time that we make it rain death from above. Oh, God. That was so cool. Oh, that was so cool. Copier saw his fallen Larrys and charged at Crow, who tried using his god powers to make Copier back off, but they didn't form. Whoever Copier really is, they need to be discovered fast. He swung his axe at a Crow's skull with no sign of mercy, and both of them disappeared before my pirate eyes. Now, being a pirate, I show no fear, but that shook me up. I ran away with as fast as I could, and Hugo waved to me. I gave him a weak wave and turned away. Heading back to the ship, sadly, Hugo couldn't come along with everyone else. I knew the weight of his body would make the ship collapse instantly. My friends noticed my face when I stepped aboard. What happened? Larry asked. He was the most concerned. Where's Crow? I didn't say a word, and we sailed over to the Renaissance. 3 people stood before my presence and were disgusted by how I looked. Being offensive to a woman like me is a mistake, a very, very big one, and my anger got the better of me, and I ordered my friends to attack, and they listened. That's right, listen. So these 3 randos decided to make fun of Kira the Pirate Queen's look. Don't make fun of Kira the Pirate Queen. She's a little offended, a little easily offended by her appearance. She takes great pride in taking good care of herself. You make fun of how she looks, you're gonna get smacked. Being in the city for that long made me completely forget about my partner, Captain Kyle. I set sail and managed to get over to him, and he and his crew at the ready, staring down a ton of Larrys and that Viking. I told my friends to leave, and Helga was the last one to go, so Pirate Queen Kira and Captain Kyle and an assortment of pirates are here against all of the Larrys, and you've got the Night Crow in the background. That's a little bit awkward. Now, this many Larrys is probably going to cause a boatload of confusion on my teammates, so I'm going to step in. Let's give all these lovely Larry copies a taste of their own medicine. Oh, those harpoons just grabbed the fake Larrys and dragged them into combat. All the blunderbusses are ready to go. Luckily, the confusion might let my friends get close enough, but then again, these pirates have been afflicted by the potions like crazy. The Night Crow in blue is fighting Kira the Pirate Queen, who was knocked down by Kira. Kira being the main focus for all this potion fire, allowing her pirates to get in with their blunderbusses. As we know, the blunderbusses need to be in really, really tight for them to do a whole lot of damage. These Larrys don't seem to be standing a chance. Kira the Pirate Queen is still alive. Captain Kyle ran away to his ship. Why are you up here, dude? What are you doing? And the final fake Larry was struck low with a vicious blow. Copier fled over my friends, and my instincts kicked in. I set sail and arrived at them before Copier did, all of which were standing by Mount Crow. I stood ahead of my friends, but when Chromie stepped forward and summoned his own army, I let him do the honors with Crow. All of our friends are here ready to take on Copier one more time, and oh, there's a whole boatload of night crows, guys. This is not gonna look good. Now the crows have been duplicated and the Larrys have been duplicated, and I'm definitely gonna need to step in to help here. This is not looking good. Even if I use lightning, it's not gonna be enough to wipe out this massive army of Larrys. Oh, chain lightning is beautiful. Most of the Larrys have been defeated. Oh, most of my team has been defeated. Not looking good at all. How about some void arrows here on these lovely units? Is anyone... Oh, I have an execution over here. He's alive. He's safe. So I must use void arrows to activate black holes to finish off the last of these units. I don't know which ones are alive. Oh, there's a knight over here. Allow me to say hello with a boatload of black holes. Oh, he was sucked into the planet. I had no other thoughts other than getting the crowned man King Phillip into our aid, or here for our aid. I traveled alone as my friends were enemies of the man. He came up to my presence and asked what I needed, and I told him that I required his aid. He cackled, and I was already fed up with King Phillip by then. Before I did anything to the fool, Copier appeared once more and summoned Helgas? I knew having my friends left on the ship was a bad idea. Ladies and gentlemen, you know things are desperate when you're trying to get King Phillip to join you in the fight, and now we have a boatload of Helgas. What they don't know is that I still have god powers. I can't believe I'm committing Helgas to a black hole. I want to make a black hole bomb. Oh, that's something to do. Here we go. Black holes! Yush! Beautiful. Now there's only a handful of Helgas left. I'm so mean, guys. I'm so mean. That's just so rude of me. Before King Phillip and I could travel to the ship, I felt the painful stroke of an axe across my head, which knocked me out. When I opened my eyes, I was in the blank region castle, and there were many copies of my friends inside. Just barely, I could see Killer Copier in the castle too. All the bad blood copies held no mercy and attacked me. Cure the Pirate Queen is going down from all the Bennies, the Crows, the Rogers, the Larrys, the Catapults, the Chromies. Everything came and struck down Kira, the Pirate Queen. When I was defeated, I was taken into the arena. Killer Copier was standing before me, taunting my efforts to warrant victory. I was fed up with the fool by then, and struck him with my weapons, drawing the sweet smell of blood. I remembered Copier using his axe to draw blood from my friends, and that was why he was able to make copies of them. With Copier weakened, not many copies were made, and I battled them. Kira the Pirate Queen goes in and destroys... destroys? Just waiting for it? Waiting. Copier is down there. He destroys Copier. The Helgas are struck. The bombs explode, destroying the Chromies. Now there are 2 Bjorns and 2 Night Crows beating up on Kira the Pirate Queen, showing no quarter. Kira getting up from her knees, trying to strike, but very difficult to do so in point-blank range. All we need is, yes, one more display of explosive bomb powers. Boom! On the Bjorns. Both Bjorns are still alive. Very durable. And Kira the Pirate Queen was defeated by the Bjorns. Now, I know Kira the Pirate Queen is a very proud woman, and she wouldn't really want my help. So I'm just gonna grab these Bjorns and pull them away without her knowing. Don't worry about it, Kira. The Bjorns, they're gonna fall. And yeah, now they're no longer a problem. So you can go ahead and you can win your fight, Kira. You don't. I didn't even get involved. It's just you and some Crow Knights. You didn't even know the Bjorns were there. Now I'm gonna spare you the gory details, but long story short, in this chapter, Kira uses Copier's blood and Copier's ability and creates her own copies of Kira. So now we have multiple Kiras versus copies of Helgas, copies of the Executioners, copies of Chromie, copies of Crow, and now it's just a big old Pirate Queen party as they dance in the sky, rotating beautifully over top of all those explosions. Just a gorgeous sight to see. And Kira the Pirate Queen, clearly one of the best characters in the game, just decimates this blue army. Suddenly, I was back in the farm town, and all my friends were by my side, happy I was alive and well. Though standing before us were those Renaissance fools, including Da Vinci. Again, what a garbage name. There was no sign of Killer Copier anywhere in the lands, but the guy on the horse spoke up. "You ruined everything," he blabbered. "I was planning on ruling the world." With that info, I knew he was Killer Copier. I summoned a few Kiras in Da Vinci's stupid device, whatever that abomination is. Before we went into battle, Benny spoke up, saying he was recognized the 3 people before us. The horse rider was originally named General Drake. Ugh. The gunman was named Sir Gunpowder, and the longest person was Commander Slash. I was disgusted by these hideous names and went into battle with my copies and my friends. Of course, so Kira the Pirate Queen is here ready to charge in, but luckily, she summoned some of her own copies inside of Da Vinci's tank. That is amazing. I call it shenanigans. In goes the team, in goes the copies, fighting Da Vinci as they spin round and defeat Da Vinci from within. The blue people turn around to fight these Kiras. What they don't realize is coming from their other side are all the heroes: General Phantom, Bjorn, Helga, Larry, Benny, Roger, Vulcan. They're all, actually not Vulcan. Vulcan's a bad guy. My mistake. And the Kiras were victorious. Joseph? Hey, remember Joseph? Like Roger and Lizzie's kid? Well, since I mentioned him here, I bet you know who's next. He's going on a field trip with his friends. Just to let you know. Interesting journal.